Hello everyone. It's really good to see you, or kind of see you, or know that you're seeing me. That feels good too. I miss you, and sad we can't be together, but I'm glad that we can be communicating and still making art together. So today I'm going to show you a little cool trick about texture rubbing and give you an idea for a scavenger hunt throughout your house where you can look for different textures. So we're going to look at some textures in a second and talk about, I'm going to read you a little bit from this book about texture and pattern. Then I'll show you some ways of doing some rubbings with things you have around the house or outside. Also, we had a friend want to say hi. Hi everyone! It's really awesome that we could be making art, and I'm wondering, what is texture? What is texture? Well, are you wondering what texture is? Well, let's see if we can find some textures around the house. Hold on one second. Is that a texture? Oh, it's an orange. Well, does it have texture? Yes, it felt bumpy. Bumpy is a texture. Why does that matter in art? I know. When you draw something or sculpt something, you can show the texture to make it look real. That's right, monkey. So we're going to look around and find some textures and be right back for a texture rubbing lesson. Bye. So this book is, I'm going to just show you one page of it. It's called Pattern and Texture and How Artists Use Pattern and Texture by Paul Flux. So a pattern, as you probably remember learning, is something that repeats over and over. And texture is a lot like a pattern because texture usually repeats over and over. Like this piece of coral from the ocean has a whole bunch of holes, but they repeat over and over. So in this book, tarantula. This page is all about patterns and texture in nature. So one thing that this book wants us to know is that many artists show how the things in their pictures would feel if you could really touch them. And that would make your art more detailed. So including texture is a really good way of making your art more realistic. Look at the pattern in the scales of the snake. The pattern shows the texture. So if you could feel that snake, not that I'd want to, but if that snake was there, you could probably feel that it would be bumpy, maybe smooth. So I'd like you to go around your house, ask permission to collect things. Make sure you check and make sure it's okay. Make sure also you put everything back where you got it. And you want to find some different things that you think could have a cool texture to do a rubbing. We've done this in art class with plastic texture rubbing sheets, but even just looking at a coin like this, which I actually did already sanitize because they have germs, a lot of germs, that is a fun thing to try too. Pencil works best, or crayon, the side of a crayon, but not markers. You want to feel where the bump was. I'm going to use the side of the crayon for this one. And sometimes it moves all around, but that's pretty staying in place. Sometimes if it was bumpy enough, you could probably still see the picture on the quarter, you kind of can. So you can see the texture of the quarter, the bird. Another thing is really fun to do rubbings on, or this piece, or some wood, or other things from the outdoors like rocks. I'm gonna take crayon, rub. Try not to let the paper wiggle. Or the side of a pencil works well. Let me try that orange that Mr. Monkey had. Holding it really like sideways, not up and down. That won't work very well. All right. So after you find a few things to do rubbings, please take a picture if you're able to and post it and share it with me, or write to me and tell me about it. All right, take care everybody. Have fun.